I don't trust the Sixth Prince's mother. I don't. One, she once used to be the Empress's servant, now is the Emperor's concubine turned consort, and she became his concubine because she slept with him under the influence of alcohol, when he was under the influence of alcohol. That's suspicious, doesn't look wise. It's the exact same plot and plan that the original love interest and the Sixth Prince tricked the Emperor into taking the original love interest as his concubine. Sounds like son and mother are very much exactly like each other. Very much like each other. Also, how she treats her own daughter-in-law. I don't like how she treats the young pregnant woman, the very distressed pregnant woman. Sounds like she has an ick or issue with children of the Emperor or grandchildren of the Emperor. I'm just saying. She was a servant during the period of time the male lead was a baby when the ex-wet nurse was thrown out of the palace. I'm starting to think she set the ex-wet nurse up. And she had a ploy and plans to, kill the male lead. I'm just saying. Also, maybe she was involved in the death of the first prince. I know that's a hard leave, but what happened if the same person who tried harming the male lead harmed and killed the first prince? Right? Anyone else agrees? Or am I leaping? Am I leaping too far? Am I just too judgmental? Have I read too many harem stories? She's sounding suspicious. Remember, the eldest prince was killed. He was murdered, right? If I remember correctly, the first book says he was killed. So the whole kidnapping situation when the male lead was supposed to protect the main character and went on a bloody murder rampage to save the main character, the system gives him a partial pass, a pass, but enough pass that the main character still gets a reward, which the reward is to be able to transfer into a fish, mammal, or mermaid whenever he wants. Basically, he gets little scales on his body that looks like tattoos that he can press that will turn him into either one that he needs to turn into. So he has control over the transformations. Typically, this was supposed to be his last mission, and if he passed, he would have been able to stay human. But because it was a partial pass and almost fail, the system tells him, hey, you have to do another mission. You have to pass this mission, and once you pass this mission, you will get to stay human. Also, he got another reward, which this reward is he will be able to see his children even if he's far away, basically a baby monitor. And he gets 3 tries with each child every day. He literally gets a baby monitor when it comes to his children. So the cousin and his wife, they have a little girl, and this causes the main character to go on full-on baby fever. The main character's like, well, I haven't had a baby for a year. I want a little girl. This little girl is adorable. I want my own little girl, full-on baby fever. So he literally jumps the male lead's bones at every opportunity he gets so he could have his baby girl. He overhears that the male lead is taking medicine that could harm the male lead, and he assumes at first it's medicine to help the male lead keep going. And so the main character's like, well, if it's harming you, we didn't. And the male lead understands the main character has misunderstood and explains that it's not medicine to help him keep going. It's medicine to stop having a child, no conceiving children. And the main character's like, what? I thought you wanted baby as much as I want baby. And the male lead explains that his own depression caused by his muteness makes him afraid to have any more children, especially when he's repeatedly told that his children would be mute. He got lucky with these 4 that they didn't end up mute, but his future child could end up mute and suffer the same heartbreakness, disadvantages, and suffering that muteness can cause you. And the main character understands. It breaks his heart that he possibly could never have more children with the male lead, but wants to put the male lead's feelings before his own. So the Sixth Prince, he's Delulu. He's convinced that the main couple's children are not their children. I am not kidding. He does. Even though 3 of them look like the male lead and 1 of them looks like the main character, and the Emperor backing up saying, oh, they look like the male lead back when the male lead was children. He thinks this is a scheme and plot created by the male lead. I am not kidding. He thinks because his decision hasn't reappeared since he sent the decision to the western border, he thinks the decision had found evidence and the male lead caught him and got rid of him. Then, because the male lead is mute, he believes male lead's children should be mute. Now, this is technically caused by an imperial physician that states all the male lead's children could possibly be mute. Like, he is convinced and he wants to find proof that they had faked their children. And I'm like, let it go. Let it go. And he's more convinced because his wife is pregnant at the time and he wants to be emperor. So if he proves his brother's children aren't his brother's children, it can go in his side while mistreating his very pregnant wife. So the main couple knows that the sixth prince will try to use a method to try to prove that their children aren't their children. So they set up a ploy and trap to capture the sixth prince. So with the help of the head servant, the wet nurse, and a guard, they lure the person in working for the sixth prince into the palace, draw blood from their children, not actually from the children, but the guard pretending to be one of the children, and let the person go to the sixth prince with the fake blood. Well, it's not actual fake blood, but blood not from a fake child. So they can, set him up later. Now, the sixth prince hasn't used the blood yet, but they know sooner or later he will use it to try to go against them. And they will have proof and backup to prove their innocence, to, entrap the sixth prince. These two are so lovey-dovey, the emperor couldn't stand watching them anymore. He couldn't stand the dog food, that he turns around only to be highly disappointed in his sixth son, who outright ignores his very pregnant wife. And if he wants the emperor's acknowledgement, mistreating her in front of the emperor is probably not the wisest idea. Like, this makes the emperor more angry with him. Does he really think he's going to get the position of emperor if he treats his own wife like that? Like, no, it's not. But the reason why the sixth prince is so upset is because he lost to the Melide in the hunting competition. He didn't think the Melide was great at hunting because the Melide never goes to hunting competitions, and he thought this would be his year because the Melide proves himself to be a really good hunter. And at the hunting competition, the Melide, the main character, keeps their, instincts high and aware up because they knew the sixth prince also plotted against them to try to kill them. Literally sends an assassin to kill them. So he's not just upset about losing, he tries to kill them. Like, this man is despicable.